So it's oftentimes very nice to explore through, especially, I mean, I guess we killed the Panlord, and there's a scroll blinking, so you know what, my mind has been changed. We're definitely at the very least coming this direction. And you know what, while we're here, let's pop around, let's take a peek and see what we're working with. Servitor, are you okay? You were barely touching your crystal spear. But okie dokie, there we go. We can sneak around here real quick. Yeah, Ghost Moth. I hear ya, I see ya. Which is ironic considering that most people don't. But there we go, managed to take care of that son of a gun. Let's bring in our servitor once more here. Once more with feeling, and beautiful. Continue collecting a bit of gold here or there as much as we possibly can in our journey. And maybe, just maybe, find where... Okay, let's be careful of that alarm trap. But where was this Panlord's vault, eh? Where are you hiding the goods here? The sweet stuff, as it were. Guess we might as well take care of the invisible enemy. And... guess the... oh, geez. Okay, stop that. Yeah, no, don't like that, my friend. Let's launch off an orb of destruction from our end, though. Fantastic. There we go. A little bit cognizant of that alarm trap, but not too shabby here. And again, we're making money on this floor at the very least, so maybe it's not exactly the get out of here at all costs that I was originally kind of gunning for there. And in fact, let's just get back into the mix here, shall we? And I see, that's probably the final vault there, and it's going to be behind all of our Ghost Moth pals, so just in the greatest roller coaster of emotions here, maybe we will just get the heck out of Dodge after all. Not the end of the world to fight through this floor, but it's a bit of a pain in the rear here, and we're not going to get too much more out of it that we couldn't also find in the next pan floor, so let's check it out, shall we? Hey, Arthur C. Clarke. Congrats on being a great player, though we knew that already. Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't know if I'd quite so confidently say the same, but we do officially, well, unofficially have the title now. So, I guess there's no hiding it anymore. I am just a god gamer after all. But no, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I mean, you've been here since very early on in the process, so I've always been grateful for that. And nice to see you here at the end of all things as well. Nope. Just get rid of that son of a gun. It's on the internet, it's official, apparently. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. I've definitely enjoyed it more so playing offline tiles than just on camera, so that works out great for me. Very convenient if I take that logic at face value, so I like it. But okie dokie, we'll continue onwards and upwards here in a fairly comfortable spot, all things considered. Ooh, I am in sap mode, but that's fine. I think that's still worth it to just blast out with an irradiate here, and then our Spellforge Servitor, fortunately, not so ill affected by magic, so they can keep going while we're in the minus cast state from being sapped, and that is not the end of the world whatsoever. Fantastic. Oh, let's just try and get that Shadow Demon murdered with a bit of collateral damage. I do love the Shadow Demons for that very reason there. They summon in all their friends, and that gives me enough like overlapping ignition targets to just absolutely annihilate them. You know, sometimes the poetry just writes itself. Fantastic. Ooh, and Potions of Mutation I'm in desperate need of. So any of those we can find. I mean, ideally, our resistance to mutation continues to play a big role in keeping us relatively safe in that department, but you never know. I think mutation resistance is like a 33% chance to avoid it, so, you know, when you're just constantly getting smacked down with absurd amounts of mutation, it's pretty quick that you see those numbers start to add up in a bad way. But not too shabby here. I guess this is again a situation where we could just leave if we wanted. Curious how much we'll get out of here. Guess we are still relatively short on cash. I like to have a nice, you know, surplus in the bank account, have a good like 12,000 gold just in case we need it in the future. I love how tempting this vault is, but you don't get to see what's inside of it at all. So that makes me immediately say nah. 2 artifact rings does sound pretty nice. Manual of evocations, actually just lovely. Am I gonna risk it? I don't think so. Pretty much a hell to the no on all accounts. I feel like I have looked up this vault one time before. I mean, evidently filled to the brim with Zot traps, so you know, that's no mystery to be seen. In fact, can we even see any further if I like come into here? Though again, we will not be tempted by danger here because it looks nice. It looks unassuming. Nothing really going on here. I sincerely doubt that that's the case. You don't offer loot this good unless this middle zone is a worst nightmare just waiting to happen. So let's, before I talk myself into heading out that direction, let's just get ready to head on to the next pan floor, shall we? In Firestorm, we got to 38%. Would be nice to have some AoE that wasn't quite as finicky as Ignition. Of course, it's still Firestorm, but it does have the ability to peel off some fire resistance, or I think it passes through a pip of fire resistance, so that's lovely. Even immune enemies technically take some damage from it. You know what? We can bring fire up to 26. And let's do this. Oh, hello, Menace. Not the unique you want to find when you're on a Demonspawn. We should be strong enough at this stage in the game to take you on, preferably not with also having a Hell Sentinel just chilling. Jeez Louise. That's a little more like it, but come on, Servitor. Well, this is getting rough real fast. Let's just take some early potion petition here. Get some healing in. I guess you're at least not immune to damnation, so maybe the Hell Sentinel will, you know, have the slightest amount of chill. However, you do hit multiple times and you have a holy weapon. Not great. My character is going to be convulsing all over the place here. I don't think you can do 92 damage. So let's start here. Get a potion of healing going. And then what can I do against you, my friend? Potion petition again. There we go. I was hoping for haste. You at least have no ranged. I still don't know if I'm faster than you, even with the haste. And if I'm not careful, I do open myself up to some lovely damnation here. So that's nice. Let's take a brief second here. Hands off the keyboard so that we're actually giving this some thought instead of just rushing headfirst into it. We've used Phantom Mirror. We could blink out just a smidge. You know, it's dangerous heading off into the unknown. And that puts us in damnation range, but even just like a blink to here somewhere so that we're still kind of covered by this wall. How are we feeling about that? Menace will die pretty quickly if our Spellforce Servitor just lands some Crystal Spears on that son of a gun. Hum-de-dum. We can also use like the Hornigarion and the Box of Beasts to get even more bodies. Front and center here. We could just take the portal. interesting. I mean, if we get put into a Panlord lair, we might just die immediately on landing. Menace will be in scary. Should die pretty quickly once we just at least get some of these hits rolling in. So let's start off with a blink. Actually, hold up. Donation is range 6. Okay, let's go with a blink here. Potion petition. Looking for some heals. Fantastic. Spellforge Servitor. No. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Is there a reason why you're not attacking my friend? 'Cause if so, I want to hear it. Menace is not invisible. Huh. Gotta say, I'm at a little bit of loss. There we go. Crystal Spear coming in. Finally, my friend. We could try another Crystal Spear on my end. Not great odds that it works, but if it does, that's good damage. Then Box of Beasts. If our friend here constricts Menace, or at least distracts them, there we go. +8 Tower Shield is also kind of tempting to bring along for now. I don't know if we'll actually end up swapping to it, but there we go. Little more danger ridden than I would have liked, but not the end of the world here, and it does mean that we can finish exploring this area, and we don't need to worry about Menace coming back for us later. It's always the risky thing about anyone that you come across in Pan. If you don't kill them, if you just run away, it just means that they're liable to come right back at you in the future. Some just kind of forget to fight sometimes. You know, yeah. It's a bit forgetful, our servitor, but, you know, we can all get that way sometime. They're working on it. They're trying their best, and that's all we can really ask for at the end of the day. Let's try and slip an Orb of Destruction past these Sons of Guns. Beautiful. And there we go. Stabilized a wee bit here in Pan, and can hopefully just clear it the rest of the way relatively safely. I guess that's part of why I like fighting through any Pan floor, is because, I mean, obviously we're making money the whole time, we're replenishing consumables the whole time, as long as we're not spending too many in the process. And on top of that, we're also getting a lot of experience. If we just take our time, it makes us a heck of a lot stronger for when we do finally come across all of the actual named Panlords, or I guess the main baddies, you know? But okie dokes. You can do it, Servitor. Once again, 1v1 and see how you do. You want third time's the charm? You can do it, buddy. Fantastic. Great job. Takes average of like 2 servitors to deal with Hell Sentinels. I mean, that's not a bad hit rate. I'll take that. Hell Sentinels are one of my scariest enemies that I come across. That's the thing, they're not like the strongest enemy you'll face in the game. Of course, some uniques, some Panlords definitely easily take that title out from under them. But there's something about Hell Sentinels, like maybe it's just when they come at you in the game, or the way that I build the majority of my characters means that they're generally one of the highest struggle points that I have on any given run. You know what? You've got to become irradiated, my friend. There we go. That's much better. And not too shabby. So I'm guessing that is our Panlord's vault here. Not going to worry too much about breaking into it. It does have, you know, denser treasure concentration, but that's not the be-all end-all of our current run. Just a side bonus if we happen to make our way there as we progress, but not too shabby here. In fact, ooh, gosh darn it. All it takes is a moment, and suddenly Hell Sentinel. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Hey, great work out there. There we go. We hit the average that time. Only 2 servitors to get past those Sons of Guns. And then against these kiddos, we can just tap our way through, no problem. Another mutation potion is lovely. And that's probably going to be my go ahead here to just get the heck out of dodge. No, I will not step into the cloud of seething chaos, please and thank you. And let's just head towards this door, shall we? I mean, we can finish off these sons of guns while we're here, why the heck not? A little bit of extra gold, a little bit of extra experience, fantastic. And then onwards to glory, shall we? Oh my gosh, we're not getting very lucky with coming across the special pan floors here. Servitor demand more wages. You know, I feel like that's very much what they were up to last week, as they constantly tried to hint at us that they could be in a better spot in life if I were just out of the picture. So I feel like, you know, we've repaired that relationship. We're in a much closer spot now. We're feeling pretty good about each other. We've been friendly ever since. You know, I paid them in exposure. I gave them knowledge of Lahudib's crystal sphere, and that very much turned the tables. Apparently we're pretty chill now, so I'll take it. Which I mostly jokingly say, because for the most part, Lahudib's crystal sphere way safer than Orb of Destruction in terms of collateral damage. But if you have a highly evasive enemy and they stand between you and your servitor pal, then oh boy, you can still have some very exciting times with Crystal Sphere. It can definitely very quickly regress into a bit of a nightmare scenario, specifically just because, while less likely to hit you, at least, if it does, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt really, really badly. But there we go. Let's just finish off our last summoner here with a bit of ignition action. Fantastic. And then we can just go about our day in kind of standard fashion for the rest of these sons of guns. Hate that. Hate everything about that. You have Firestorm, my friend? Jeez Louise. Firestorm and a bunch of Hell Sentinels. That's gonna be a blink from me, dog. Come on, Spellforge Servitor, you can do it. Nice try. Oh, you're fast as heck. Oh, shoot. Oh, geez Louise. Oh, now I'm gonna have some interesting audio issues here as my headphones get hijacked by my phone. I'll just be a moment here. There we go. Continue that. Okay, well, this is exciting. This is fun. 30 health, huh? Firestorm is at least range 5, so we could do another little hop, skip, and a jump. How much fire damage do you do, Clouds? Oh no. Oh geez. Guess we're only at 2 pips of fire resistance right now, and it does pierce through some of that as well. I mean, this is why we want Firestorm, so can't exactly hate the player in this situation. Well, here goes. Here goes. And using all of our blinking in one fell swoop here, not exactly ideal. And let's do some Ambrosia here, try to heal up quickly. That did not last very long. Let's Potion Petition here for heal wounds, perfect. Potion Petition again for some heal wounds. And I'm just gonna leave. That didn't seem like a nice place for me, not a good home for me or my servitor. And let's see, did I get a special message coming in here? I don't believe so. No, just passed into another region. So probably just another kind of standard fare here. Let's try not to get ourselves into quite that nasty of a situation, especially now that we've used up all of our blink scrolls. Oof. And sorry, let me just quickly check my phone out here just in case. Perfect, then we'll just jump right back into it for now and hopefully never see that kind of nonsense again. Jeez Louise. And we got Frail hitting us there. These mutations are slowly but surely gonna start adding up. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I gain enough mutation potions by then I don't really care if we lose our mutation resistance. It's not the end of the world necessarily, at least not as much as it would be at this stage early on. So we'll see what we end up doing there. You know what? You just need to get some ignition directly to the face. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Wait, did the servitor mutiny? I don't think they did there. Last week, yes, but no, again, we have a new understanding, them and I. We're in a good spot. And instead it was just firestorms galore that was the real issue. Okie dokes. Bit of chaotic energy there coming off of you, my friend, but nothing we can't handle. At least that's the plan, that's the dream here. We'll see how it goes. Jeez Louise. And come on, servitor, you can do it, buddy. I believe in you. I'll take care of this, buddy. You take care of that, buddy. Oh my gosh, great work. Great teamwork. Look at this. Look at us. Who would have thought? Holy moly. Well, not too shabby here. And so far this is looking more manageable, though there we go. I was about to say we haven't gone to the vault yet, so who knows what kind of new and exciting, fundamentally flawed fights we'll get into here. Terrifying in its own right, as they often are. Just no firestorm. I think Tits Middles, are these the ones that are bad for us? No, right, we're not undead, we're just Demonspawn. I was mixing up in my head. For when you play undead characters, or characters with Lich form, Tits Middles are the worst enemy in the world, because they have Torment, and they have Dispel Undead, so you end up getting the worst of both worlds. On this character, we're not quite so concerned about it, seeing as how we at least have the minor Torment resistance from our mutations. And Dispel Undead is not a concern whatsoever. And, oh my gosh, Maxwell's capacitive coupling, hey? Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. So, how much do I want to hard pivot into air magic, folks? Maxwell's capacitive coupling is just so much easier when it comes to dealing with Panlords and Helllords that it's always a tempting option to just drop everything and start training there. Exactly. No, we can definitely stop worrying about Panlords with that. So it might be nice. Speak of the devil, Heifuo. Energy Bolt is not ideal. Distortion branded attack, also not great, but you decided to approach us from way too far, and so we're able to pretty handily take care of you, my friend. Fantastic. And not too shabby. Gateway to the Abyss means we could actually leave Pandemonium temporarily if we wanted as well. I mean, we have, I guess, a little bit of activities, or a few activities to do elsewhere if we so desire. Specifically, we could head and finish off Crypt. We're probably in a good enough spot to deal with VV by now, or at least I'd hope so. Otherwise, we're screwed for any of the named Panlords that we'll come across in the future. Guys, as fire magic and spellcasting continue coming up here, how are we looking? Because I'm kind of excited about not going my usual route. MCC is like generally my approach to extended late game these days, because it's just so brain dead and so fantastic. So I was kind of looking forward to Firestorm, but I guess we could always go back to the Firestorm dream after the fact. Experiment a wee bit before then. something to think about. For now, let's just keep going. Kind of want to deal with at least one of the big boy pan lords with our current selection of skills here. I mean, Lahudib's Crystal Sphere and his Spellforge Servitor should be enough to handle pretty much anything the game throws at us. Unfortunately, a lot of enemies have Abjuration in the late game, and so that's where Servitor starts to feel a little bit lackluster, at least. But let's just step into danger here against our friends. Oh, right, sap, no ability to cast, whoopsie daisies. Then we'll finish you kids off the old-fashioned way. Our healing mutation, like our natural Demonspawn mutation that heals off kills, is by and large the MVP for our entire run here so far. Holy moly, would we be in a rough spot without it? We're just rapidly healing throughout the course of these encounters, especially, yeah, in Abyss and Pan. That's where that truly starts to shine bright, because you're dealing with these constant extended encounters that are just horrendous for most casters. You don't really have the endurance on a lot of casters to deal with this kind of pattern of encounters. Hello, Mark. You know, I was just thinking that we hadn't seen you today so far. Missed you, bud. Missed you. Hey, Flo and Owen. Thank you so much for the Prime. Thanks for dropping on by. I think I remember seeing your name pop up as a follow relatively recently here, like in the last week or two. So welcome and hello. Thank you so much for the Prime. And let's see. I did not actually read what you do. You abjure and otherwise are not that scary. So let's just kill ya. Fantastic. And this is my new home now. Thanks to Mark, we will just live here indefinitely, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, so far I'm mostly just tabbing through all these Sons of Guns without caring the world, so that's nice. Like, how much money are we stacking up? 125 gold on that pile alone? Don't mind if I do. Thank you kindly. And that is not too shabby whatsoever. Fantastic. Just tab through the rest of these Sons of Guns, and we're starting to make bank once again here. If I can just break the 10k and then stay that way, keep it consistent, that would be nice. Definitely be a weight off our back here. Ooh, a gateway leading out of Pandemonium. What do I owe the pleasure? The rarity. Oh my gosh. I mean, we're not going to use it, I don't think. Unless, again, do I want to go and finish off Crypt? Maybe. Probably do it fairly easily now. It'd be pretty dang safe, and we're just going to be coming right back into Pan anyway. So I might. You know, I think I've talked myself into it. Run the whole circle, and now I'm right back where I started. Let's do it. If I could just head right for the gateway, please and thank you. Not too shabby.